I love to do creepy things like scream at you because every time I scream at you, it gets scary, right? Now, the reason I scream at you is not to be a mean person, no. The reason I scream is I try to scream to give you a message because it's funny as heck. As a video game developer, I try to do creepy things. So what I do is I scream at you for Daisy Dukes, right? I scream at you like Lazario, right? So I scream at you like that. Now, look at the angle of it being put up like that, right? So we're going to get into kind of things like this, okay? And then it's always nice just to see a claw boot, okay? So that's kind of cool, right? For lizards and all that, right? But you know what? Because that's really good. That is there's no way you're gonna be you're just gonna be like that's pretty awesome, dude. But you know what's really creepy is just kind of taking your own willpower. You know what I'm saying? Like taking your willpower, because your willpower is see right there. Look at the mustache. Taking your own willpower and just changing you. I really like looking at it. If like some people would look at it as a mouth, I like look at you can look at it as like a mouth and an eye right there. Okay, for the mustache, right? Okay, now if you've paid close attention to this, I'm building this up to something. Okay. Remember in media, Lady Gaga, we've had some things going on that have been really crazy too, right? Okay, right? So I just really creeped you out. Instantly. Right? I just did that on purpose, just creeped you out on purpose. We got the dang butterflies being weird too. Got our Liv Morgan stuff going on, but I built it up for a reason, guys. Okay? Because sometimes when you build something up, it gets creepy. Okay? Let's see if I got one more thing. See, I already got one more thing to creep you out again with. I got a lot of things I can creep you out with, but I decided with this one that I would say 1, 2, okay? Because using numbers to creep you out is kind of creepy also, right? So I do that. This is creepy enough for Flea and all kinds of things, right? But I decided I just really wanted to creep you out because that's when a video is pretty good. It's just creeping out a human, right? Look right there. I'm being really creepy with that one also, but it's really messed up to be creepy. Like, it just depends on how creepy you're gonna be and why you're gonna be such a creep, right? Okay. Okay, you ready? I should not be this creepy, but I mean, I kind of expected it, right? That's just kind of thing I expected. I'm trying to show you something, So I expected it to be a little. Get down. It's better when I go down. Okay. There's that one right there. Okay. Hold on a minute. I really was like, gosh, I was playing Splatoon. Look at this one, right? Oh my gosh, dude. I like to be really creepy. Hold on. I'm being a little too creepy, and Nintendo knows. You see what they did with their screen, right? It might have changed something around me too, you never know. Nintendo knows I'm being pretty creepy right now. See, I'm being creepy. But, alright, Nintendo, why did we do this right here, huh? I was just trying to, you wanted to show them a little bit more creepy stuff, right? What did you have in mind? Of course you had this one in mind. I really like that one. Yeah, that one. Well, you want me to show them the other one? Yeah. Let me just look at that. But you know what? You got really creepy with that. And I know why you got creepy with that, because you were just trying to get my attention to something else, right? Of course. Keep going. See this one right here? Keep going. Do you see that, guys? Keep going. Get the leg up and just keep going. You see that? Get the leg up and keep going. See what I'm saying? Get the leg up. That's motivation, but it's kind of creepy. But you know what? It's motivation, right? So, I mean, you'll take it for what it is, right? You'll take it for motivation, and then you'll be like, oh, I'm so glad I watched this video. There you go. But, that's the whole point of me making even a video, is to try and make it be like, you know, something, right? We like our Pokemon, right? Do you like Pokemon? I like Pokemon. Try and like Pokemon in a way of liking Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Like liking Pokemon, right? It's better when I get like little things like that. I'll look at there. Would you look at that, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, that's a pretty good start, guys. I don't think we can really argue with how good of a start that is, right? It's a good start. I mean, starts are always good. It depends on how you get them, right? But, like, I mean, it's always good. Yeah, because then we get to look at this up here, right? Let me cut it off for you. We're going to play some more Ico sometime, right? Let's play some more Ico. That's creepy. We have to play more Ico, guys. That is very creepy. I'll show you how creepy it is, because you're like, well, how's that creepy? Oh, okay. All right, you won there. Yeah, I won there. Yeah. That's what makes it creepy, is when you just win, right? Because if you win, it's creepy, right? Anytime you win, it gets creepy. See? Up there, right there. Anytime you win in something, you get really, really messed up. So many creepy things to pay attention to. Like I feel like that thing that I was just paying attention to right now, because I know it's creepy, so I'll try to pay attention to you. Oh my gosh. It's a pretty good one. We'll get back on that one. I think, yeah, we'll choose to get back on that one. I don't know. Thinking of something else. But, see, that's what I mean. It's creepy because you're going to want to relook at it or something, you know, or pause the video and try and look at it. But, like, I'm thinking, that boot was pretty creepy, too. Yeah. The wrestler. Yeah, that's good. That's good. The wrestler, you know, they're talking about the boot, right? Yeah. I'm digging this one. See, this is why I don't want to move the joystick. Do you guys see why I don't want to actually move the joystick? Because 1, 2. I want to give you, like, creepy stuff. So, like, I'm trying to think of, like, you know, the 9 minutes of this. Trying to think about, right? So, like, try to say, maybe. All right. The shadows. No, let me try and really creep you out, because I said the shadows, right? So, okay, the point of making something creepy, guys, is when you take a little information, and then you take another information, and then you try to, like, you know, do another information. Okay, so let me show you why it's so creepy, okay? First of all, we look at this, right? It's gonna stand still. right? It's gonna stand still, right? Okay. Good old Mobius. Okay? Good old Mobius. Right? Good old Mobius. That was kind of creepy, right? But it's good old Mobius, Stone. It's just good old Mobius, okay? So, really creepy, right? Can I add something to it for you? Yeah. Okay, how about this one, right? Okay. So I'll add a ton of things for you, okay? How about that? That's always good. At least you got enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I was giving you way too much for just this one right here, okay? And then maybe you want to look. Okay. Sometime I'll play Minecraft too, guys. Don't worry. Look at this one. This one's kind of crazy, but look at this one. I really like this one up here. This one's being a little piece of crap. Ew, nasty, right? So I'm trying to. He's really cool. I like Famito. You know, I like Famito. I do. I like Famito, man. He's a cool guy. You know. Look how cool Famito is, guys. Isn't he cool? I'm telling you, Famito's a cool guy. I always pay attention to Famito. He's a cool guy. Now, I'll show you how cool he's being right now with that one, okay? Because it's like a Jacob, right? But let me try and tell you why he's being so cool with it. There's another one. There's Jacob, and there's another one. See what I'm saying? And there's other stuff too. Okay? So this one right here, like when I like look at it, but you know what I love about it is it's an E, right? Well, we love that it's an E. That's what we actually love. We love that it's an E. And sometimes they don't want to give you good stuff, okay? Because that's the art of not giving good stuff. That's why we were looking at the waterfall, okay? Because that's Jacob right there. But like they didn't want. Do you understand now? Now you pay attention. Okay, so I said my name quite a bit, right? But don't you worry. I was thinking of something else too, because I'm thinking about Jet Squid at the same time, right? Because Jet Squid, I have to think about Nintendo. I have to think about Jet Squid. Okay. So what was I trying to think about for you? Okay. I was thinking about really creepy things for you, like using my brain and think of something creepy for you. Okay. So how do you be creepy? Sometimes there's different ways to be creepy. Okay. The reason you make a package. Oh my gosh, dude. I really like Mario's ear. Don't you like Mario's ear right there? See, like that's an art creepy thing, saying that you like Mario's ear. I guess eating ears, biting ears, right? Jet Squid, you know. But okay, so I've been really creepy. You see how creepy I've been? Well, the color base, to me it's almost like brown when we look at stuff up there. It's like brown. And then we got blue. Okay, so we got brown, blue. We got, of course, green, right? Pokemon Trainer green, okay? I'm going to really creep you out, guys. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to creep you out. Okay, so I'm a person that doesn't want to give you anything. Think about it. I'm a person that doesn't want to give you anything. Now, we've lightened it up. Look what's there. What did I say? Brown. I just disturbed the hell out of you. See? I disturbed you. And I used it through something, okay? And then I wanted just to show you some more rye, okay? So there's some more rye. But I wanted to show you bread, like rye bread, right? So I showed you that. I showed you so many creepy things. But why did I build up to everything that was creepy? Well, it was something like this, okay? It went something like this. Because like 15 minutes, man, we got get to something of it, right? Okay, so it kind of goes like this, all right? Because Princess Zelda and her boot, oh my gosh, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is gonna really haunt me, dude. And I just hate Zelda Echoes of Wisdom because Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is kind of like a puzzle, but it's like a puzzle of telling me about something, right? Lowly dirt. So lowly dirt. There you go, lowly dirt. But isn't it crazy how easy I did that? What kind of creepy stuff is that? I did that way too easy. You know, I did that way too easy. Look, top gold. So okay, I'm being really creepy, but see, I'm being really creepy because Jacob's right there. Okay, my hair has always been brown, guys. I've always had brown hair. When I talked about the scene, I talked about the scene because of her eyes, okay? You know, they say the eyes is the window to the soul. You know what I'm saying? They said that. So the reason we have Rye in this picture, you know what I'm saying, right? The window to a soul. So, what would that mean to, because we need a video to mean something to you, right? Because it has to mean something to you, okay? Do you guys ever play this game and you're just like, this sign's annoying the heck out of me, right? Because you always see the sign in Mario 64 and you're like, man, this is an annoying sign, right? Well, okay, guys, the reason this sign is so annoying because of shoulders, of course, too, right? But think about it. Now, you thought about what I said, shoulders, right? So, what's creepy is telling somebody something that they just don't get, but then once they do get, they're like, oh, right? They're like, oh, dang, that's awesome. You see what I'm saying? So how creepy have I gotten? I'm getting really creepy, guys. I am getting too creepy. Sometimes when I get too creepy, it gets a little messed up, but you know what? We expected it, right? We expected it to get creepy. Fingers of controllers. Hold on. Fingers of controllers. Because you all, you know, pick up a controller, right? This one, though, DLC, right? Okay. So I think that's probably going to end up being the title. I really like how that looks. There's so many, see, that's what I'm saying. It's creepy because it wants to make you sound like a psycho. See what I'm saying? The whole point of sounding like a psycho is the whole point. Now we look at the sign, 1, 2. If I was able to decode everything and do everything good, you guys would be like, oh my gosh, dude, what the heck? I can't, you know what I'm saying? So I made this video for you right here as like a must-see video. You know what I'm saying? Those must-see videos. Look, there's your tail. Down below this silly little fence has a tail. Okay. And it does have a tail because that's what I was building up to was the tail. Oh my gosh, tails. Tails are so messed up. I mean, we have to have tails though because we really like to look at this. We like to know that this stupid border has the right amount of excitement. You know what I'm saying? Because excitement is great. Okay. We want corners and we want all kinds of things. We want BP. So when your Nintendo Switch Online service, you want to know if you spent money and was it good money, right? It's pretty good money, huh? Look at the hat, right? Okay, so of course, you know this Mario picture right here being all crazy, right? Mario has blue eyes, okay? And I can't believe Mario would do something this disgusting, you know? But, you know, it's Mario, right? So what kind of disgusting thing is Mario doing right now? Not only does he have, like, the Cena boot, the Shadow of the Colossus kind of thing that I was showing, which is creepy. You know what? He's... naked nose. Yeah. Shorts with no nose. Okay. Well, apparently we want to find shorts and we find legs and all that. We want to find that in Shadow Colossus, you know what I'm saying? But wouldn't you scream too if you were caught naked? Right? If you were caught naked, you'd scream too, right? I don't know. Okay, so we've made it really creepy. We like to do it, make it creepy. Look at it again. You ready? I don't know how much you want to play with Mario 64, but look at that. Do you see that in between? Let me try and zoom out so you get a better effect of it. See that? I'm still trying to find something in Shadow of the Colossus, you know, right? Now, if you're like, what the heck, man? Well, look at that one right there. 1, 2, right? So
Still looking for that. But guess what? I wanted to let you guys know something too about color bases and the power of colors. Okay. Because we are a star, right? We are a porn star. There you go. So I wanted to make sure this was creepy for you. That was creepy right there. Right? So I wanted to just say, okay, so what would make something creepy? Okay. You can purchase this, and this will probably be the DVD that you want to purchase, that kind of stupid story, right? Where it's a DVD that you just want to purchase, right? Because, of course, with Xenoblade 3 DLC and shoulders, right? Now we look back at the brown sign. Ooh, pictures. Well, yes, there is a crazy picture of me that's out of this world, too, by the way. We got all kinds of pictures, dude. A picture of me, the person talking. Okay, so there's a picture. There's just all kinds of crazy things. But, okay, so we point there, right? Yeah? Blue eye, red eye, right? Blue eye, red eye. Perfect diagonal. Creepy, right? Just perfect diagonal. Perfect. She's pretty good. Gosh, Matthew, she's pretty good. She good. And then females like the claw stuff they really shouldn't claw at. That's the reason why I keep telling you about the lizards, okay? That's what females like to do. Like the claw things they really shouldn't claw at, but they do it anyway, right? You know what I'm saying, right? Yo, I know, Lil Wayne, you're a Green Bay Packers fan, right? Okay, my turn, right? Hold on. You know what I'm a fan of, right? There you go. Okay. So I thought that was cool. What's up, Lil Wayne? How you doing, buddy? Ha ha ha. How's it doing, kid? Wow. Cool, right? Woo, TV. Now, Lil Wayne, you've paid attention, right? Okay, Lil Wayne, you've paid attention because that's what you do. You pay attention to me. That's what you do. You pay attention to me, dude. Just as much as we do some cool things, right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, pay attention to me, right? Because I'm a squid. I'm a squid, kid. I'm a squid, right? So you've paid attention, right, Mr. Lil Wayne? Let me try and say something to you. You got it? How do you spell your name? Lil Wayne, right? Well, you know how I do it for you, right? You know what I do, right? I make it my way into you, right? Because then we have the female that was yelling at me through a camera, right? And how do I make it? How? I make it creepy again, right? Because I made my last video for Roman Reigns kind of creepy. How do I make videos creepier, dude? I love making videos creepier. How do I make them creepier? I can always make them creepier. I just want to make them creepy, right? Well, a Pokemon pack comes out, so I think you'll figure it out with that. Now, the mystery is I don't have to say anything, right, Lil Wayne? But you caught it. Okay, guys, now hold on. Okay?